1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We're live.
Hello.
Hello. Hello to all those of you at home watching and waiting for the latest in improvised comedy entertainment coming live to you on YouTube and Facebook, your preferred channels of choice for the funnies. Hi, doggy.
Somebody come be on the show. Somebody wants to be part of the show. Hi, Scott. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. I'm an improvising dog.
Give that dog lots of attention because once you get your kitties, you're not going to give her the time of day.
That's right. 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks until I get my kittens.
Poor Gemini.
Yeah, she'll be fine. She gets.
You want to come live here and get harassed by a 5-year-old and a 1-year-old for a little while?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. But I was thinking the other day how your 5-year-old always would call Gemini Rascal.
Oh yeah, because her cousins have a little Yorkie named Rascal.
Right, get Rascal away from me, she said. So we had such a nice walk with your kids the other day at the Silvio Conti Nature Preserve, which I highly recommend. It's in Hadley, a little hidden treasure in the Pioneer Valley that I've never seen before, but I just love it.
Now that the weather's nice, y'all should go check it out. It's on Moody Bridge Road in Hadley. It's really nice.
One end of Moody Bridge is closed, so you have to come around the Bay Street side, Bay Road side. But we found you'll see there when you're walking, there's like this, maybe many years ago, maybe hundreds of years ago, this piece of equipment, maybe farming equipment, broke down, including like something that maybe looks like a steering wheel that's kind of hanging there. So we found it. Scott's 5-year-old was just amazed by it, like just immediately went into scientist mode to start to like hypothesize, what do you think this is? Like, how did this end up here? Because I wasn't even thinking in those times, just like, oh, junk in the woods. It was very cool because like these trees had grown around it and it just made me think about the resiliency of nature. So she's hypothesizing, what could it be? One thing she thought it was an airplane crash. That's where she went. Like that was her top guess. And then she said, just like,
she's so wrong.
She was like, yeah, it didn't look like an airplane crash to me, let's just say. And then she's like, well, I know one way to find out. We'll just dig down. And if we find a lot of skeletons, that's what it was. Just casually, like that didn't bother her or anything. She's just like, well, I know one way to find out. If we find skeletons on the ground, that was definitely an airplane crash in Hadley.
They did find one of the first things they did this school year was they found a deer skeleton in the woods, or deer skull, and they spent a lot of time cleaning it and brushing it with the thing you're supposed to brush it with to preserve it and study it. They have a teacher who leads them in homesteading a couple times a week, and that's probably her favorite thing.
Okay, so that's why she was thinking about skeletons in the woods.
Finding skeletons in the woods, yeah.
Thought it had some non-spooky explanation.
I mean,
chuckling about
still pretty spooky. I mean, Pam, if you died, she would totally preserve your skeleton.
Thanks. Yeah, no, and I would appreciate it.
We would study it.
I would be grateful for that.
We'd be like, where's the funny bone?
Where's? She's like, I didn't think she would have a funny bone. That's what she'll say.
All right, there's a lot of banter, Pam. We got to get to the improvising.
Oh, dang it. Okay, all right, fine. There are 5 suggestions that are online at this moment.
Okay, let's go with number 1.
Number 1, shoelaces. Mm-hmm.
Excellent. All right, let's improvise for 1 minute.
1 minute, okay. Dad, Daddy, Dad, Daddy.
Yes, Sylvia, what can I help you with? What can I help you with? Sylvia, you said Daddy, and I said yes. What can I help you with? So what do you need?
Oh, can you tie my shoelace, please?
I can, but do you remember that you do know how to tie your shoelace?
No, but I don't want to. I don't want to. And can you hold this, please?
Why is it wet?
It's wet. because
Why is it?
I don't want to hold it anymore.
I don't blame you. It's wet. Why is it wet?
Also slimy.
Why? How?
I don't know.
how
Dad, can you hold that, please?
okay.
Thank
That's
you.
a very wet pencil. How does a pencil get this wet, Sylvia? Well, Sylvia, where did this come from? How did it end up in your hand where your fingers were squeezing to hold it? How did it end up in between your fingers, Sylvia?
Dad.
Are you
Dad.
going to Sylvia, are you going to answer my question right now, or are you going to say something?
Dad. Can you tie my shoe, please? Please tie my shoe.
Okay. I will tie your what? Why are your shoelaces wet? Scene.
And that is the
That
scene
was
from Scott's life.
yes, that was literally my life.
Is
Thanks for the amount of time that my children are at school. I had to just pretend they were here anyway.
You're welcome. Just for 1 minute. Why is this wet? That's parenting's question.
Oh, that is we're in the strong phase of that. Like I know how to, but I don't want to.
Yeah, no. That was always really hard for me. And I, in retrospect, I have to say 20 years later, you probably fall on the side of you do it. I, as a parent, fell on the side of I don't do it. Like I was really about setting boundaries. Like I thought that was important. Looking back on it, I
found that like there's certain, at least with Amelia, I know every child is different. At least with Amelia, there's certain boundaries we can't actually set and just keep firm. There are some of them we do keep firm, like no hitting.
Sure.
Don't talk to me like that. Like respect, those are boundaries. But other things like how we get into the car or how she eats or where she eats breakfast. There's other things like we just have to give. Otherwise the morning or the bedtime or whatever, it just doesn't progress. It will stay and she'll just lie down and.
Yeah, now I know. I probably,
right.
Yeah. I wish I had been a little less, a little more giving.
I am learning from my Montessori teacher wife every day.
I was a teacher wife, but always learning. Life is learning.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We hope you got some nice parenting advice.
There you go.
From today's Happier Minute. And we will be back next week. Same time. Actually, next week, I think Monday we're doing it, right?
I believe so. And I don't remember. We always think it's the next week that Monday's happening. And one of these weeks we'll be in person again. It's just been so busy that we haven't been able to be in person.
Yeah, but the big announcement came through from Mr. Baker yesterday, all COVID restrictions being lifted in the next 10 days. So we're getting things rolling in terms of like getting our casts together and rehearsing. And we're going to eventually start to announce some reps, drop in workshop stuff over the summer. So stay tuned, subscribe to the newsletter.
The light at the end of the tunnel is pretty bright right now for us. We're lucky. We're very, very lucky here. So I hope everybody's getting their vaccines. I talked to my friend in Germany, no chance of getting a vaccine anytime soon. They just don't have access. So we're super lucky. Our job is to get our vaccine so we can send all the rest of them to the rest of the world so they can join us in this light. Thank y'all.